I lost my 265. I let my wife run it, the land girl. She won't give it back. Hey folks, it's Brian here, the land guy, and in today's video, I've got something very exciting. I'm going to be switching out that 255 Caterpillar compact track loader for a 265. I'm pretty excited about it. My cat guy called me the other day and he said, hey Brian, we got that 265 in. He said, if you want to bring back that other one, let's get it switched out. I've got some projects coming up that I need a little bit of a heavier and a slightly bigger machine than what that 255 can handle. But today I'm pretty excited because I'm going to be running a 265 for the first time. This 255 I've been pretty impressed with. But today, when I bring that thing back home, I've actually got some work for that thing to do around here. We just recently got the hay put up here in our fields, and I'm going to be going around and trimming up the outside of that hay field, get all of that kind of cleaned up and looking good. Plus, I've got some down here in the woods that I'm going to be getting cleaned up as well. Let's go ahead and get this other one loaded up here and get rolling. Well, we are here. All right, just got this machine unchained here. Just looking here at their rental yard. You know, that's one thing about Caterpillar is they've got some really nice equipment. Like I said, now most of you have been watching my channel. I deal a lot with equipment share and Caterpillar. I try to lean more towards the Caterpillar line because I really like the equipment and it seems to not be abused. They pretty much keep low hour machines on their lots and they actually work with me really well on some of my rental stuff. But just out here taking a look at some of this stuff, I was looking at one of these trucks. Man, them dudes are a monster. This is a big Cat 725, but I've got my eye on this dozer over here. This is what I want to be able to get next on some of my pond build projects. I've been running quite a few of the D3s, but a D4 would really be awesome. And I'd love to be able to get this dude. Now it doesn't have a set of rippers. I use rippers a lot on some of my pond builds. Kind of breaks the soil up, but maybe having a machine this big, probably wouldn't need one. All right, well, I'm already foaming at the mouth looking at this equipment. So I better get back to what I'm doing. Get this thing traded in. But I got to top it off with that cheap diesel. And I got to clean the tracks on the thing before I turn it back in over there on that side. And then we'll be getting this 265 and a brush hog all loaded up. All right, boys, we got the 265 out here with the brush hog. We're gonna jump in this thing. Get this dude loaded on the trailer and get it tied down. It just got done raining and I think there's more getting ready to happen. So we need to get this thing going. Man, this dude is nice. This looks like a practically brand new unit. Let's see how many hours it's got. Already got the auto air condition on. Turn that off. So it has 100 and looks like 143 hours. Woo dog, that's practically brand new. We're gonna get this dude loaded up here so we can get going. About it, these tracks are a lot wider footprint, so I got my fenders there. I've got to kind of keep an eye on when I'm doing this. I can put my brush hog down. I think that's probably about right. Don't want to put too much on the rear end of the old Cummins there. Not that she won't pull it, she'll pull it, but I don't want to squat too much. I'm gonna go get this thing chained down and we're gonna get on the road. But yeah, I don't have much space on either side. Looks like I did a pretty fair job loading this thing. Got some work to do today with this. I think it's going to be pretty sweet. Looking forward to running this machine. We got that machine unloaded just now, and I'm pretty impressed, really, to be honest with you. Just driving the machine just a short distance away, it feels big. And it's actually on the same class as the 289, but it just feels like this next gen. They just really enlarged the cab on the thing. Of course, I'm kind of a big guy anyway, 6'1", 200 plus pounds, but I feel kind of tiny in there. But I'm super impressed with it. It's a high flow XPS 265. Got the nice package with it. It's got the side lights. It's also got the side backup cameras. And this is just your basic BR118 brush hog. So it's just going to be a standard flow. But what my plan is we just cut hay out here the other day. Last week we had a really great week to get some hay put up. And I'm going to be going along all these fence lines, all the way up there, up along the highway, trying to get some of these cut back, get this thing, get a feel for this thing, basically is what I'm going to be doing. Because I've got a big contract coming up that I'm going to be taking care of that I've been doing for the last 3 years. And I'll clue you guys in later on. What I'd like to do is to get some drone footage today. We'll see if it works out. It's pretty windy. We just had a storm just move through a little bit ago. But I'm going to get this thing fired up. Maybe you'll be able to see the operation of this thing. And basically this video is just about running this thing, what my thoughts are, and so far, kind of blown away. Very spacious feeling in here. Pretty much got the handles here set where I want. Now you push these things and they'll slide back and forth, but I think I feel pretty comfortable right there. Got my seat adjusted. I am not running heated seats, but that's what that button there is. This one here is your air seat that raises up and down. So this feels pretty good. Got my phone up here. I'm going to get this thing in continuous flow. I'm going to fire this brush hog up. Making sure it's cutting good. It looks okay. These corners are a little bit hard to get cut out whenever you're doing hay, so basically you just kind of come in there, go around the best you can. But man, that thing's cutting really good. And it's nice having a brush hog out here in front of you, that way you can kind of see what you're doing. And see this limb here? I'm going to cut that dude off. But the visibility, it's hard to beat the visibility of a front-mounted brush hog on a skid like this. get over here and get straightened out, we'll go down the fence row. Gotta stay at least a few inches away from those fence posts because this thing will snag it, and you gotta kind of keep an eye on your tracks over here on the side. I think these tracks stick out a couple inches further than the brush hog on this particular setup, so I gotta kind of always keep that in mind. I'd like to turn around and take a look at this, see what we got. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. All the way down through there. Got it pretty much cleaned up. Lacking a few inches from the fence. That's exactly what I wanted to go for. And then kind of clean these fields up. I like kind of getting around these trees because you can't get up here with a cab tractor and a disc bind because of the limbs, but these skid steers work out pretty good. Get this all cleaned up in here. Keep this fence row over here in front of me mowed on both sides of the fence, and I keep it trimmed all the way down the lane to our house. So there's nothing here to mow back. So it looks pretty good. I do need to go across the driveway and knock out some of those others, and I've got a spot back here that I also need to get cleaned up. These things are certainly a Cadillac. Look at that brush hog out there just bouncing along these arms here. Makes for a smooth ride. I lost my 265. I let my wife run it, the land girl. She won't give it back. She's loving it. She's doing a really good job getting this all brush hogged and cleaned up, because this couldn't be cut for hay down through here like this. I was able to get around those fence rows. You saw some of that. But yeah, I run it for about an hour, and she come out and want to take it for a spin, and she's actually doing a really good job. Actually might be doing a little bit better than me, maybe. She loves running equipment. She does not like to be on camera though, as far as in speaking on the camera. But I can show her doing some of the work, and she doesn't mind that. No, as long as it's not a close-up. But we'll walk down here and look at it. I told her, I said, we want to keep it off the ground a few inches. I don't want to be rubbing the ground with it. And she's pretty much taking the advice. Plan is trying to get all of this here all mowed down and cleaned up. I purposely left all these big nice trees in here when I cleared it several years ago. I leave it kind of like a park-like setting down there around that pond. But with not having no cows out here, you got to keep it maintained, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Get this all mowed up. Pretty impressed. She's doing a fine job. Let me know in the comments what you think of the land girl and the job that she's doing. Hopefully the more shout outs and the more thumbs up in the comments, maybe we keep our fingers crossed and she'll get on video someday for you. But yeah, she's doing a fine job. Look at her in there. Pretty impressed. Look at that. She's getting it all trimmed up there around the trees. Got this section here through done. Well, I don't know. Maybe I ought to put her on payroll. What do you think? I know in our Sunday school class the other day, we usually do an icebreaker, or I have everybody do an icebreaker before we start teaching the class. And I think it went around the lines of what's something that you enjoy doing. And her comment was she loves to run equipment. So I know she don't get to do it very often, but when she does a really good job. Pretty impressed. Good job, land girl. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm pretty impressed with the 265, to be honest with you. It is a lot bigger machine than what I'm used to running, like with the 289, and they're supposed to be the replacement for the 289. And I got to looking at some specs on these, and they spec'd out on the weight running about 10,500 pounds, and that was without a bucket or attachments. And that 255 that I had here previously, it spec'd out about 9,600 pounds, I believe, or maybe it was 9,400 pounds. So there's almost about 1,000 pounds, 900 to 1,000 pounds in weight difference. And that can really make a difference depending on what kind of attachment that you have. And with that brush hog being out there in the front and it being a little bit heavy, I can see where it can really make a difference when you're talking about that weight. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. This was just a little short thing that I wanted to put out. And believe it or not, the land girl is out here showing you what she can do.